Coming up in the Abelardist Unfair Grimdark Iron Man Blind Rogue Trader playthrough ever. Abelard can't jump.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Fatigue defect to fly. Test failed. Oh my god, this is brutal. Abelard crits.
Target well struck.
39 crit, are you kidding me? This guy's a monster. And Abelard talks.
He was a fine seer of the warp.
Alright, handsome viewers, welcome back to some more Rogue Trader. We just spoke binary to a cogitator.
To the top or get left in the dust.
Paused, are we not paused? I don't know. We spoke to a cogitator in binary, which is the least weird thing that's happened in this playthrough so far. And we're on our way to acquire a navigator from the nobility. So we're going to carry on oh, we also accidentally walked straight into a trap. Everybody's quite badly injured and stuff, which I mean that's not great. It's not a good time. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't. Ooh, Lex Mechanics goggles, logic. They really love giving us logic, hey? Because we have oh, this is law warp. Interesting. Who has the most warp law? Because we're going for Imperium law, obviously, because we're the greatest, grandest law master the Imperium has ever seen. Come Rogue Trader Extraordinaire.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Sometimes. Sometimes they give long-winded NPC responses when you're just trying to equip some gear.
How may I serve the dynasty?
Law warp
Look,
20, and we're at
profit.
40.
What advice?
I'm restless.
I know how to take risks.
It's getting to a point where it's weird. We've got to like remember to swap gear if we want to optimize. Oh, we need this now though. I don't know. I think logic might be more important as we make our way through this station. I think it's a station. It would be nice if they showed us like the arrival. Oh, heresy has found its way into the walls of the esteemed house. It is black day for the... There's a black day for the Nevis nobility. Not heresy. Scrappy auto pistol. Oh, we also found this sniper rifle, which is a lasgun. And we have a talent that allows us to use bayonets. So I'm super stoked about that. Seems to be some more looting to be doing here. Didn't we get all the stuff before? I guess not. Okay, let's continue.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, we good. Should we go and chat to that guy quickly?
I better myself through my service.
Would there be any benefit to having a conversation now? Hurry each minute may cost Mrs. Love. Okay, we gotta go save head of the house. Who's the child? This everything that we've encountered so far has mentioned some kind of child. I think that might be the source of the heretical corruption. So let's get in here. Just want to make sure we've explored everywhere in here though. You know how it is when you're playing the CRPGs, man. You gotta every nook and cranny. And especially on this unfair Iron Man road, we need every single advantage we can get.
I always keep my options open.
Because we're not in a good way. Look at these stats, man. We're down 20 strength and toughness. Same for Abelard. She's down everything. I'm actually kind of terrified that we might, if there's a boss battle or something at the end of this encounter, we just lose. If we go back to the ship, do we lose time? Let's test this out.
Task should have been
What kind of game is
easily.
this? Return to voidship. Oh, it just lets us go, okay. I hope we don't screw up the mission. Back to the bridge. Just a quick sleep, right? She'll be fine. How do we rest? Have we already? Oh, okay, we've done it. Go back to the map. Did we just exploit the game? See what happens.
Let us not dawdle.
Yep, cool. 0 consequences. I would, if
Experience?
I designed this game, I would never
Nothing
allow that
matters
to happen.
more.
I would be hardcore about it, especially since it's unfair mode. We'll try not to do that in the future, I guess. Seems a bit exploity. What is this? Biogel, a viscous translucent substance. Blackwater, a purified sample from the ocean world OM42K003. Unidentified acid, a hissing, foul-smelling liquid. This might be the laboratorium where we're supposed to create a
Rise
piece
to
of
the
thing
top,
to help
or get
raise
left
the
in
elevator or
the
something.
dust.
I don't know, man. Machine spirits are weird. Psi crystal, a shimmering crystal that emits ghostly light. What else have we got here? More data crypt stuff. What is this? The caustic stench of region sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find something.
We should
Goods.
deal with this.
More flesh samples. Some goods. Talisman of Changing Ways. Isn't that got something to cinch? 30% of heretic trophies cargo. Hallowed fingerbone charms. Gilded phylactery. Okay. Very heretical cargo. Let's examine this with a Medicaid check.
Failure is
Damn it,
just a
someone
temporary
disrupted this experiment in the
setback.
most brutal fashion. It's impossible to determine what was inside. Feels bad, man, but it is what it is. We live with our decisions. Or rather, we live with the outcomes of our actions. Lady Cassia's
Keep your
Medicaid.
wits about you.
No. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. Tissue flask, data crypt connector, catalyst flask, regent flask. Research notes. Is this going to be super complicated? More and more servants are being... Wait, hold on. Research notes of Navis Laboratorum Custodian Fortuna Orselio Part 12. More and more servants are being influenced by the Immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We've discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from Winterscale Dynasty. I strongly recommend fine grinding the region to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Trust me, you'll not like having to tend to burns for the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The tech priest blessed the data crypt for the calculated number of chrono turns, which means it is no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. The data crypt KO malfunctioned over the course of our research. I should remind the technomats to deliver the sacred mechanism to Magos Diotius's capable hands. Something more basic. I think they're going to make us... Hopefully just a puzzle. It's not a one-way street. The takeaway here is do not use acid under any circumstances. Corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts unusually to the crystals. Okay, I'm going to quickly grab a coffee. And we'll carry on. Okay, we continue. I just want to make sure here. We discovered corrupted flesh of mutated reacts most unnaturally to the crystals we purchased. Crystallized reaction. Do not use acid. How crazy is this going to be? You know what I mean? Certain games are like so transparent when it comes to stuff like this. This is not giving me that impression. It feels like I can make real mistakes here. Remake the control rod transducer. Okay, so we can either put in meteorite chunk or... But I don't know what a transducer does. Remake the control rod. Restart the elevator. Sequence of notes to just work. Time past 10 minutes. Adamantine. Archie Journal. Experimental section. The child's influence on the psycho-emotional state of various representatives of the Imperium. Access level Orselio T prime. Experiment subgroup lowborn male. Test subjects exhibit signs of acute stress. The majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in the laboratory chamber due to the inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions, tears, and the body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with the connective tissue of its internal environment. The individuals with the greatest resistance to the sacred child's resonance died several chronoturns later. Extensive wounds in the abdomen, presumably inflicted by a jagged piece of metal. Death was caused by strangulation with the subject's own intestines. The subject's final shouts exhibited concerns over abdominal tentacles and void worms. I thought that said something else for a second. Void worms, hallucinations prescribed to their own internal organs. Lowborn female. The test subjects died within an hour of entering the laboratory adjacent to the child's chambers. Most had their tongues bitten off and their jaws badly dislocated. Some test subjects lacked the physical strength to separate it from the rest of the skull. Cause of death, severe head injuries caused by impacting the walls or the floor. Good God. Excuse me. Subgroup. A paralyzed patient who lost the ability to speak due to the shock caused by a manufactorum accident. Male. The test subject noted a tingling sensation in the deteriorated tissue. During Regent Aronto Orselio's visits to the child, the test subject smiled and started humming, most likely trying to carry some plebeian tune. Excuse me. And then attempted to address the servant who brought them food. A lengthy conversation was prohibitive due to the servant's lack of a tongue. A defective offspring of Lord P. Orselio pronounced unfit for studying the high art of navigation. Oh, is this just rudimentary us, gene splicing our heritage and offspring of them doing that to breed navigators? Defective offspring of Lord P. Orselio pronounced unfit for studying the high art of navigation owing to the mutation of tissues required for installation of the obligatory augmentations that merge one's consciousness with the vessel. Additionally, they display an overall feebleness of mind, female. The test subjects mirrored the child's actions for 3 days. On the 4th day, the child became upset after hearing the news about the untimely demise of Amos Cantarelli, an officer of her own personal guard. Amos is a character from Eisenhorn, but I don't think it's the same Amos. As a result, one of the test subjects peeled away several layers of tissue from her face and died from a resulting massive heart attack. The last surviving test subject was executed for attempting to contact the child. This shit's crazy. Tissue flask. Mutated flesh sample. Data cryptic connector. I can't remember which one they said was okay. 41, 40, or 04. Let's go with 04. Catalyst flask. Not acid. Black water or biogel. Let's use black water. Regent flask. We don't have a regent flask. Transducer. Crystal something fine powder.
This is intriguing.
Oh shoot. Okay. Good. So what did we get? Crystal dust. Effluent shards of an emerald green crystal. Collect all. Is that for the regent flask? Look at us. Activate the device. Damn. Did we just screw it all up? Oh, that sucks. No redos. Adamantine dust. And meteorite dust.
I always have a backup plan.
Man, I really wonder what the output was of that if you get it right. Oh well, we live with our decisions. How do we get to this elevator, man? Where are we? Relic. Transducer. I am confused as to where to go next. Okay, let's go down here. No. Have a look up here. Do I have to go talk to him now?
I
Oh,
always
we're going to
keep
bring him
my
the rod,
options
of course.
open.
Let's go.
Who thought that was a good idea?
What? Fatigue defective flight. Test failed. Minus... Oh my god, this is brutal. Okay, so you can see the time. Frederick Orsillo looks a little better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided. His wounds are tightly bandaged and there is some healthy color under the scales on his cheeks. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. Idra suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling. The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the cursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy, they fall at the slightest touch, and one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Who is who? My whisperers are giggly nasty. They will not speak. The naughty little things. They say the tearing of the mask is your concern. What paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like most. Thank you. Everything is clear now. Idra nods tirelessly and glances at Felix out of the corner of her eye. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, psycho. Felix waves Idira off and looks at you expectantly. I have many questions regarding what happened on the station. Hand over the key. Felix exhales loudly and smiles. Thank you, rogue trader. I don't even know what to say. Status and honor prevented me from admitting it before now, but you have awoken hope in me. Hope that I might actually leave the station together with the mistress, which is why I'm about to ask one last favor of you. The lowly insurgents got their hands on a weapon that suppresses my navigator's powers. Their absence makes me a living target, but this weapon is useless against you, as is the bunch of lunatics wielding it. I humbly ask you to deal with the scum huddling upstairs and hurry to adorn my mistress with the relic of our house, a sacred amulet against all evil. Recent events have badly disturbed Lady Cassia's psyche, and the warp entities always lust for weaker souls, especially when the veil grows thin. You too will be safe next to this charm. And what will I get in return? If you turn out to be a lousy navigator after all the server, I'll personally feed you to the void. I've grown tired of being your errand boy. And what will I get in return? You will get everything you wanted, a loyal navigator and the undying gratitude of House Orcelio. If you turn out to be very well... Yeah, this guy's giving us the rigmarole. Let's give him a bit of a threat. Felix smiles softly and appears relaxed and almost calm. If everything goes as planned, you will not have to worry about such things. You are going to need this charm. Felix hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch, no matter how long you hold in your hand. And may the God Emperor's light be with you. I think this guy's having us on. Probably going to get betrayed. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Cassia. Wow, okay. She an Eldar. What is this? The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, maybe she's voidborn, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet, misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming soul-smothering power. Willpower test succeeded. You are enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead, your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from the station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Idira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, ow, ow! As if my own little pet pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head and her white hair veils her face. Persuasion, coercion. Abelard, is this? What vile creature is this? Argenta rid the world of this heresy. Requires iconoclast to follow her. Overcome the crushing despair. I know why I'm here, and so I will stand strong against any illusion. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. Coercion. By the Emperor, if you do not stop your sorcery immediately, I will shoot you in the head. By the Emperor, if you do not stop your sorcery immediately, I will shoot you in the head. Coercion succeeded. She warily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both sob and howl of a small wounded animal. What's happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? My presence here was requested by your faithful servant, Felix Orcelio. I'm looking for a navigator to join my crew. It matters little, you profane creature, you'll die regardless. You girl may address me as your lordship rogue trader. Requested by your faithful servant. Felix, did he? Cassia's crimson eyes widened, but you cannot say whether out of fear or surprise. What is this? I feel faint. Theobald of Orcelio, the heavy-set old man who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into a low sob. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped from them. The child, Lady Cassia. Where are you, sacred child, throne preserve? Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You. The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you. One wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Abelard places his hand on the weapon. Persuasion 50, commerce 60. I mean you no harm. I come to seek the navigator's aid. At present, I'm trying to determine what's happening on Urak 5. Your answer for everything you've wrought on the station. Surrender and slowly step away from Lady. Yeah, let's commerce them. Commerce test succeeded. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in FedEx service. So who are you? It does not matter what my name is. Voidicus Hermetius Timothy von Valentius, rogue trader. Abelard, introduce us. To you, old man, I am your lordship, rogue trader. Abelard, introduce us. His lordship, rogue trader Voidicus Hermetius Timothy von Valentius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Cronus Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade, extends his greetings. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy. How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Orselio now asks a service of you. Damn, these guys get straight to the point. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. What is this curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? You look frightening. What service do you ask of me? I want to know what happened between you and Fedek. I want to know what happened between you and Fedek. Fedek is my wayward student. He came to Urak 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our Novators, a patriarch or matriarch that rules over a navigator house, the figurative and often biological father or mother of the dynasty. Tisiphone Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years, foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the Novator's throne. So choose whose side you are on, a murderous traitor or the lawful scion of a noble house. Theobald speaks these words softly, looking at the unconscious young woman with reverence. Yeah, I believe these guys 100%. Fedek is a true monster. We'll deal with him together. What is the curse? Theobald frowns. Curse. You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orselio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Idra mutters under her breath. Fedek accused you of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers, I never thought I would fall so low. The old man looks at the unmoving Cassia and shakes his head in resignation. If the child's life were at stake, very well. I have no choice or proof of my innocence. I can give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite. If the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you, I guarded this station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup. Attack, no. You look frightening. The fish eyes look at you with unwavering dignity. You were not supposed to see me or Fedek or the sacred child. Navigators are highly paid for their loyal service to the Imperium according to his will. No one would dare judge the guides of humanity, the chosen of the galactic sovereign himself. So they're super secretive. Nobody ever gets to really see them because they're like breeding navigators. I suppose. What service do you ask of me? How could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea for a bright future. What service do you ask of me? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child. Take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away from with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Aronto, acting head of House Orselio in the Cronus Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know I came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Argenta looks at Cassia, and a painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. You're talking as if you expect to die here. Theobald shrugs indifferently. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne, slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. You need help? There's a Medicaid deck on my ship. But Theobald only shakes his head. No, I am the keeper of Yorick 5, and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. I believe I've made my decision. Is that so? Please share your thoughts. He's a true monster. Let's do away with him together. Theobald dips his head in favor of the proposition. Allies are always welcome, even temporary ones. I will revive the child. Do not be alarmed. The power of House Orselio's heir will help us to destroy our enemies and shield us from Felix Navigator forces. But you, rest assured for a time before the battle. Oh, wow. Very forgiving Warhammer game. We've gone and done a level up. Incredible. Okay, I need to go back and change this. This wasn't the best choice. But for now, we're getting an available talent and a characteristic. So, let's go for... Come on, in voice. No. Whenever an ally uses her act again, no. Focus. Whenever the officer uses an ability on an ally, that ally gains a bonus to perception and ballistic skill. That is what we're going to go for. More fellowship or more willpower. I believe... Cancel that. We need... If we go one more willpower, we'll get a +5 bonus. I think that's the way to go. So we go willpower, and we go focus. So our allies do more damage. Willpower, focus, complete. Did we miss an option there? No. Okay, Abalada. Ooh, we get some choices here. Reckless Strike, Sworn Enemy. The warrior's next melee attack gains 20% armor pen and 8 damage and ignores 12% of the target's parry. Every enemy who survives an attack enhanced by this ability will attack the warrior in return, including creatures with ranged weapons. Sworn Enemy, I mean, this is kind of cool because it's a taunt and a super damage. The warrior marks a target, gaining 22% armor and 6 damage on melee attacks against the target. If the target attacks the warrior during this round, the warrior gains 1 AP. So become more tanky or do more damage and become a target. Personal, target 1 enemy creature within a 12 cell radius. The warrior marks a target, gaining 22 armor and 6 damage on melee attacks against that target. I don't know how much we can guarantee being hit, but I think... Maybe this is the way to go? Unsure. Maybe we can just use attacks of opportunity to guide that stuff, so we'll go for that. Athletics or carouse, coercion, demolition, Medicaid. Let's go for some athletics. Because this fatigue was caused by his inability to jump. So, you know, I guess Abelards can't jump. Let's have a look here. Operative. Weak body, weak soul. Exposed weakness also uses Thomason willpower. I like that. I like that a lot. And let's go for perception so we never miss a beat, right? What impacts her ability to hit targets with abilities? For instance, like, can this never miss? What determines its damage? Look at her weapon. This gives you lightning arc. The wield of the staff gains the lightning arc ability. Power level affects the damage of this power. How do you get more power level? Is that just your level? I wonder. Okay. Let's go for that and perception. Cool. Magenta. She's been doing work. We need ballistics on 50. Do we just get more ballistics? I think so. And then controlled shot or dash. Dash. The soldier immediately dashes in the next direction, spending all their movement points. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Allows the soldier to dash the enemies and... Okay, that's alright. The soldier gives a sign that they're about to open fire. The soldier and the allies will automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. Yeah. Not too keen on either of those. What is this? All features. Concentrated fire. The next ranged area attack made by the soldier deals 100% damage and has additional 20% dodge reduction. So bursting is not area attack though. So I don't think I want that. The soldier immediately spends all their AP and MP and gains 30% bonus to cover efficiency. The next time a soldier uses running gun, they gain back all their stuff, plus 1 additional AP. It also resets cooldown of all other soldiers' abilities. Okay, that's not bad. Rapid fire. The soldier's next ranged burst attack will have its burst rate doubled, but deal 25% less damage. All shots will follow random trajectories. Only works with weapons capable of burst fire. I'm not sold on all of these, to be honest. Actually, that's the way to go. But it's an area attack. Area attack deals damage to all creatures in its area of effect. So that's like for grenades and stuff, right? Because if you look here... weapon. Burst. What is a burst? Making burst attacks allow you to perform several strikes or fire several shots. Bursts are not considered area attacks. So it's for grenades and stuff. Maybe that's the way. Maybe we make her our grenadier. A holy hand grenadier. Concentrated fire. I think that's the way to go then. We'll just make her the grenade person. Okay, so we go ballistics and we go concentrated fire. Jeez. Okay, happiness. Leveling up did not cure fatigued on Abelard, which is unfortunate. And now we need to... Fidel Corsilio, navigator and one of the keepers of the station, turned out to be a traitor and the source of all the trouble in Uric 5. It is time to punish the traitor for his lies and wickedness. The child's safety is paramount. Glory to House Orsilio. Theobald, while this may be an alliance of convenience, we shall follow you. Can't talk to Cassia. Servant. We are done for. They kill us all. I can't take this anymore. God, Commander. The servant opens his mouth in prayer and you see a stub of his mutilated tongue. Excuse me. It is as if the painting was rendered by several different hands. The timid, uncertain lines are interlaced with rough and furious strokes coming together in arcane shapes. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still... Why would they say no one? Why not no thing? Somebody still filled the trough and dried fruit and fresh water. Okay. The child safety is paramount. Okay, so this is...
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Is there... What's this? Loot. Always got to sniff out that loot. What is this? The luxurious feast was left untouched. Okay, some cargo. And I believe that's everything worth investigating. Oops. The Lady Navigator's private library is brimming with essays, novels, and personal accounts from the trailblazers and explorers of the Imperium. I think we are done.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
It is about time we repay those who betrayed our house. Come. Rogue trader, your treasonous worm. I knew I should have killed you. Me. That is enough, boy. You betrayed the child, our house, and Tisiphone herself. Surrender. I am the savior of our house, and I am prepared to pay the ultimate price. Kill them! It's very, the writing's not bad, but this is kind of campy in my opinion. Nope.
I'll make an example.
Why did he get a free shot? That's
You dare cross the faithful?
Okay, so let's get... Do we nuke him down? How many guys are there? Not too many. I think we put Argenta. How scary are these guys? We'll put her here. She needs some good cover. Put her here. Abelard will go up front, maybe to there. And there's 3 guys there. Maybe we send Abelard to deal with these guys. Don't know. Let's do that. And I would like some cover. I think over there. Okay, start the battle. Soul gaze. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. Felix. 90 wounds. Okay. Tanky boy. Active abilities. Tides of time and space. Increases the navigator's luck. Okay. Anything we need to be aware of? Warp, curse, unleashed. The enemy becomes cursed until the end of combat. Cursed. All incoming warp damage is increased by 14%. Okay, so we can debuff you. Lidless stare. All creatures in the cone in front of the navigator suffer damage. The affected targets must also pass a 30 bonus. Okay, so nothing we must be too scared of. Ebb and flow. Every turn, second, fourth, etc. Every even turn, the navigator gains an additional action point. Every odd turn, first, third, etc., the navigator gains 20 perception. Do we have to nuke him first, just like the Chaos Spawn? I don't think these guys are going to be particularly interesting. Yeah. After us, it's Cassia. Okay, so let's exploit 42. Is that red number their wounds? Yes, 37. Okay, these guys are tanky, hey? I wonder who we go for. This guy's all beaten up, so maybe we do. I think we just start stacking these on him.
But of course.
And do we throw a grenade? 12 to 24. Could do. Damn it! I can wait for them to move. Try and get more. Can we hit with that? Yeah, I think we start whittling him down, because the longer he stays alive, the more dangerous he gets, right? But that would consume our thing, so we don't do that yet. We provide... We don't want her to go down.
No can do.
Can't get to her. I think we give him some defense. And then we maybe go for that guy. 17. Nice, I'll take it. Done.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Yeah, she's 100% going to be a part of that. Look at that. Wow. Okay. What was that? Cassie's ability to bring it down. What? She's an officer like us. Denial of nightmares effect. Formed by Psycho. Lidless stare. That's what I'm looking for. Lidless stare 14. Okay, so that's like a cone damage effect. I wish I could just read the ability. Okay, interesting. I don't think this is going to be too difficult, to be honest. Oh, I just skipped turn by mistake. Damn it. What an idiot.
I must not falter.
Miss. Okay, Abelard. I think we get Abelard up close and personal to that guy. But first, brace for impact. Oh! Monkey. Charge. How much does this cost? 1 AP.
I will do my duty.
Nice. And then we sworn enemy. Gaining 20% armor and 5 damage on me. Yeah, you do that.
At your beck and call.
Okay, and can we do another attack? Nice, we can. Sick.
Break them around.
Feeling like this battle's not too bad. Dodge, nice.
Stay vigilant.
Agenta. Can we? Man, these guys are placed just so, hey? Maybe we can just do some shredding. Next air attack made, yeah, we're not going to use a grenade. So we go 6 stacks of zeal, and it costs nothing.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Okay, and then that's going to cost 1 AP. The soldier gains 4 movement points. The next attack costs minus 1 AP less and does not count towards. I think we don't need that yet. We're going to go for this. 30, 39. Let's do
Faith
that.
without deeds is worthless.
Which is alright, I guess. Let's do that. Go for another one.
Doubt is for the weak. Strife is a prayer.
Okay. I don't know if that's good or not.
Follow my lead.
Nice attack of opportunity.
Don't frighten me.
My faith strengthens me.
Nice.
Weapon at the ready.
These fire effects are actually really nice. Okay, it's us. Let's give everybody a nice buff.
Done.
Does it affect absolutely everybody? That's insane. Everybody's getting... When used for one round, the Astronomical Commander and their allies do not suffer damage from allied attacks and deal 30% more damage to enemies that were attacked by them. Since ability activation. Them as in each individual person. Okay. It's still a bit weird on the wording there. Oh, Deadeye shot. Can we get the big bad guy? And will we hit... No, we can't hit Abelard. 95%. That's sick. So let's... how much is that going to cost us? Ooh, 2 AP. So let's make sure we've got 2 AP. And we can do the bayonet strike, but that's melee, right? So... let's give Abelard...
I'll
that.
see to it personally.
And give him an extra turn. Can buddy this guy a bit. Is that still active? Yeah, it is, so we don't have to use it again. We can... He's only got 2 things, so let's just go for the damage, right?
Target well struck.
39 crit, are you kidding me? This guy's a monster. And then let's
It will be
endure,
done.
'cause we can't attack again. Why can't I do my sick... Oh, because it costs 2 AP, otherwise we would have been able to do 2 attacks. Gotcha. I'm loving this combat. Can we just finish him right now with a las shot? 95% chance to hit. Why not?
Who if not?
This game's easy. Done.
Follow my lead.
Oh, it would be cool if they like gave up because Felek was dead. Nice. I think it's just mop up time now. It's going to be fairly easy. Idira, analyze enemies on... Can she do any AoE stuff? Yes, she can. We've got this. I want to see how this works. This is going to be a little bit for science. 29, 24. Let's put that on there. And that's going to put 2 exploits down. The exploits... If the operative hits a target with an exploit stack, the attack deals a times 5 perception bonus. 5 times perception bonus % more damage. I mean, it's a flat out damage buff. So now does that work with this? I don't know, it's hard to say.
Anything else?
Oh,
Me, Lord Captain!
shit. I just blasted Cassia. My bad. There you go. Have a buff.
Was that you?
To say sorry.
Or
Yep.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Epic. This is so sick. Adira, let's, she can go again. Just one tap that guy. Oh, so close. Okay. She's done. Abelardo. Let's go. I think there's only 2 guys left. Easy cleanup. Can you get a shot on this man? If we go... I want to shoot our own guy. If you go there, can you shoot him?
Tactically sound approach.
Damn.
At your beck and
Let's
call.
just use that. So in turn.
Break their morale.
Another attack of
Stay
opportunity.
vigilant.
Oh, dodging shotgun blasts. This feels too easy. Are we really on... Unfair? Yes, we are. I expected to get obliterated. Maybe this is just an easy quest.
weather the storm.
You know, make sure you get the contagion.
I'm enraged.
She's so angry. Let's go here. Do
Guided by faith.
I really want to get this burst fire damage. Oh my god, miss every shot, why don't you?
My faith strengthens me.
I love these las guns, man.
Weapon at the ready.
Wow, through the wall. That guy's got hacks, man. Where's the last dude? There he is. Okay, we just walk up to him. We're gonna shotgun him in the face.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, okay, we're getting way too cocky. Do something cool. It could have been cooler, right? We've exposed ourselves. Oh, there's 2 guys left. Oh dear. Let's give the command to... Voice of command to this guy. Maybe he'll do some cool stuff. Alright.
Follow my lead. Death to the heretics.
5 damage is 5 damage, I guess. Yeah, finishing up these, this trash is annoying. Can we blast? Let's do that.
Cover me.
And finish him with a rending scream.
On
Kill him.
it.
Come on.
Emperor, give me strength.
Okay, so she's like me. She's like a support character. With psychic. So she's like Adira, I guess.
Not falter.
But my origin. Abelard. Can we? How far can we charge? If we charge there, can we then move? Oh no, we can't. That was bad. Very bad.
Break their morale.
Why did I not foresee
Stay
this?
vigilant.
So we underestimated the ads, I guess. It was still all fun. Just this running gun. So you use that first. Look how far you can move. That's pretty cool. Run there and then blast him.
Rejoice in battle.
Deleted. Can we reach the other guy? Will we hit Adira? That's a chance I'm willing to
I'll do
take.
it.
Missed completely.
Follow my lead.
Nice. Nice.
Now, this is your burden, child. Survive. Return to the fold of your house as your destiny demands.
I mean, if he had a voice actor, why don't they just fill out the rest of his lines? Theobald coughs up bluish blood. The armor plate on his chest is perforated in a few places, and there is a tangle of metal and viscera where his abdomen ought to be. When the navigator's pale eyes find Cassia, he quietly rasps. Okay.
No! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! Wake up! Your mistress is giving you an order! Do you hear me?
Cassia looks at the navigator's body in bewilderment, and you are overwhelmed with an inexplicable sense of loneliness and grief.
He was a fine seer of the warp. He fought for his mistress until the end.
Abelard salutes the fallen man.
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
Adira brusquely wipes away her tears with pointed determination. So her emotions that she feels, she makes everybody feel. She's like the opposite of a blank. I regret that we had to meet under such circumstances. Enough tears, you're coming with me now. Forgive the urgency, but we should leave the station immediately. The systems are unstable. I regret we had to meet under such circumstances. I mean, she's human, right? She's not a filthy Xenos. Excuse me.
What need have I for your regrets? I
just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Yeah, she's 100% voidborn. Cassia looks sorrowfully at the destruction around her.
What are you going to do to me?
If you wish to leave the station alive, you must first sign a contract. You will undertake to serve me as my navigator until I release you from that obligation. Lady Cassia, I, Voidicus Hermertius Timothy von Valancius, rogue trader of the Imperium of Man, offer you my protection and grant you shelter aboard my vessel. Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator and I shall restore you to House Orselio at the earliest opportunity. I kind of like number 2.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Yurak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
You can secure new servants once we're out of here. All who can be saved will be given succor on board my ship. I'll provide you with every necessity. Naturally, this includes servants. Yeah. She ponders your words for a short while.
As a Lady Navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel.
I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
End dialogue. Sorted. We've got a navigator, and I think she's a new companion, right?
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them because of their rotten-colored souls.
Is she
Your seneschal is all.
Do you require an audience?
Wow, she's really tall.
Does something trouble you, Lord
If
Captain?
we chose Voidborn, would we be taller than everybody? That'd be cool.
I guide humanity between
How many
the
level
stars.
ups is she going to get now? Okay, she's already got some stuff pre-selected. Persuasion, bring it down. Okay, so she's basically the same class as us. I guess it won't hurt to have 2 of us. 2 minor injuries. We don't have to... We're going to go back to the ship, so we don't have to worry about healing them now.
Fate and
Do
fortune.
you require an audience?
Let's check our formation. Something like that.
Is there money to be made?
Let's split that up a bit. They're a bit close. There we go. Nice. We're going to eventually form a Bretonian wedge formation. Okay. Get the loot. Plus 5% hit chance, plus 3 critical hit chance. This is going straight to Agenta, I think. 100% that's going to be Agenta. Thrice Pioneer's Braces. Every time the wearer deals damage, the target's weapon skill ballistic skill is reduced by -5 for 2 rounds. Stacks up to 6. Oh, the target's ballistic skill. Who gets that? Who does lots of attacks? Every time the wearer deals damage. So, Agenta bursts a lot. I think that's also an Agenta item. Navigator. Staff of the an Auxilio Guardian. Infusing 5 allies targeted by Navigator and powers. Okay, hold on. Infusing. Allies that become targets of the Navigator's powers gain bonuses to all their characteristics equal to the infusing parameter until the end of the Navigator's turn. This bonus stack is prolonged. Okay, cool. I think... Let's go back to the ship, and then we'll call it there. Take all of that stuff.
I always keep my options open.
Take all of this stuff. I think with this game, you've really just got to accept the fact that it's like, it's a heavy story-based RPG, and you just roll with it, man. The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain, and the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. Oh yeah, that was from earlier.
Let us not dawdle.
So, I mean, we do need that. We'll take this. And... one more. And I hope this stuff sells well. We're gonna be rich. Well, that's the thing. As a rogue trader, I already feel like we're kind of accomplished, right? It's not really about... It doesn't give you that same sense of, you know, typical RPG. Go up. Should we go back up? This is where we found Cassia.
Keep your wits about you.
No, nothing interesting here. And the servants are going to come with us on the ship. I wonder if that, like, got, like, managed crew and number of people and all that type of stuff. Do we level up Cassia now, though? I think so. Let's do this quickly. Fellowship or willpower? What is her... She's got a lot of perception, a lot of willpower. I think we get a perception up. And she's a dogmatic. Cool. So, let's get her. Perception describes how our character perceives the surroundings. Character's high perception... I think she might become our highest perceiver then, which is...
Look no further.
30, 45, 55,
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Then she'll get a 60, which is nice, you know, to balance out the body. So let's go perception. Choose a common trait. Anything recommended? Nothing. Ebb and flow. Every turn, second, fourth, set, navigator gains additional... So does she get, like, specific navigator talents? Sick. Okay. Every odd turn. So the same as that guy. Every enemy that navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced by 6. Eye of Oblivion. That's cool. Enemies damaged by navigators suffer plus 11% additional damage from any source of warp damage. Okay, well, we do need a lot of laser stuff. Guide of Souls. Navigator starts all turns, including extra turns, with 3 additional movement points. The first ally targeted by the navigator with a single target ability. Each turn gains the same amount of additional movement points. Remember line combat in. I will call it there and read through some of the stuff before we continue. Actually, let's go back to the ship and then call it.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Check the chair, that's so sick. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that You notice that Victus is shivering slightly and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of the sudden wave of unease. You decided not to make use of the charm that could inhibit Cassia Auxilio's powers. Oh, shit. That's what they were talking about, okay. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Who does she think she is? Of course, when you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What did you wish to speak about? Tell me more about the ritual entails. First, you'll do your duty as navigator. All other conversations can wait. What do you wish to speak about? After a few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. You convinced Cassia to depart Urek 5 of her own free will. Okay, so you could like force her. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders. I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. Why are you asking for these items? Now's not the time to indulge in painting. You are asking questions, answers to which you cannot comprehend. Perhaps I may explain it all to you at a later time, but now our time is too precious to waste. As a navigator of House Orcelio, I give you my word that our canvas and paint, that without canvas and paint we have little hope of a smooth journey through the warp. I have no reason to lie. Why do you refuse red paint? It is my habit to use the blood of my tendons so as to preserve my own. However, given the current circumstance, my own will serve even better. The blood of the Navis Nobility is sacred and so is more suitable for the communion ritual. Okay. The last navigator may do without these tricks, and you will as well. I shall ensure that all necessary supplies are delivered to the sanctum. Tell me more about what the ritual entails. I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirit of the ship so that I become one with the vessel. She lifts a lock of hair from the back of her neck, revealing gilded implant ports. After that, I use the House Orcelio ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts. And then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system. Oh, the light, the guiding thread, so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. Cassia unfurls her hand as though dropping something. But you have nothing to worry about. The navigator of House Orcelio never loses their course. Yeah, we'll make sure it's there. She gives her thanks. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. Lord Captain, I'll oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. The Vox caster in the inner sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. You hear the exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard. Then the stifled gasp of the Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here, the light is deadened, the great ruler is gone. Voxmaster Victus. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I've never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Voxmaster, see to it that you receive 5 lashes for the show of clumsiness. What is happening to Cassia? Cassia, are you right in there? Leave Lady Navigator undisturbed. Continue the ritual. That is an order. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants of the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain. Their throats roar from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what's left of them. Damn. Rogue Trader, I fear of an unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around, my brush only draws me onward, the way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station Urak 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Owlcat system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of the Navis Nobility bought us precious time. We can either focus our efforts on disassembling the station and procuring technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. I will not stoop to pillaging. Abandon the station, we are leaving. Gather any components that may be of use in the ship. Loot everything from jewelry to the very last manuscript. Loot everything. As you command, Lord Captain. Profit factor 2. Profit factor is a measure of your status and wealth and power as a rogue trader. It's a value determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, and treasury reserves. While traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying items and completing colonial projects. Profit factor is not spent on purchases and transactions. Instead, its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals and its decrease by investments in colonial projects. Okay. So income outcome. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engineer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrich von Kalux, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Urak 5, so we should keep this in mind when making any future plans. Why is it always business with you, Victus? Couldn't you sometimes just visit me and tell me how wonderful everything is? Thank you, Victus. This will be all for now. As it pleases, Lord Captain. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one. I'll do the leveling and stuff off record. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Cheers.